When you think back to the experience of making that, do you feel gratitude for your experience at Yale? Was there a connection between what you were taught and what you learned there and what you were able to achieve on the set of that film?
1000%. I mean, I went to Yale with no craft, and that's where I gained my craft. I wanted to go to drama school because I wanted to deeply understand my instrument. I wanted to understand my strengths and to identify my weaknesses in such a way that I can work on those weaknesses. I went to get out of my own way, you know. So much about acting is just magic, you know. And there's so much that is out of your control. Emotions are a very hard thing to tame, to train. And though I had an instinct for acting, I really didn't know how to, you know, count on myself. Because what I experienced before I went to drama school is that I would be in a play and one night would be amazing and I'd be feeling myself and oh my God, it's going so well, I'm the best. And then the next show, I'm trying to recreate the show before and everything is going wildly wrong. And by the end of it, I might as well slit my wrists, you know? And I just didn't like that self-flagellation I was going through, and I didn't think that it was a sustainable way to be an artist if all I was relying on was just like vibes, you know? So I wanted to go to drama school to figure out the craft of acting, to be able to do something beyond just emoting. Because what I discovered in drama school is that acting is about being in pursuit of something. We're always in pursuit of something. And when you focus on that, the emotions that come out of your pursuit can change. But there's this underlying truth that you're going for. And that is so liberating because then you're not working for tears. You're not working, you know, for the rageful fit. It's like, what is under that? What is the thing you really want? And yeah, so getting to deeply know myself was the way to then apply myself to characters like Patsy. And also another thing that was helpful was, you know, my years in drama school had me face my imposter syndrome on a daily basis. You know, I was put in so many different circumstances where I was not in my element. I mean, I played Henry VI, you know, in school, and it's just a far departure from what I am, you know. And so things like that, I had to face myself all the time, and I had to dare myself all the time. And I had to fail and fail just extravagantly, you know? And so going into 12 Years a Slave with these heavy hitters, we're talking Chiwetel Ejiofor, boom, you know, Michael Fassbender, bow. I mean, Brad Pitt, oh my God. Like that will flatten you. Right. When you're just coming out of drama school, like what the hell do I have to do with all these people? You know, what do I have to offer? And a girlfriend of mine, one of my classmates, sat me down when I was having one of these panic attacks, and she said, Lupita, it's not you and Michael Fassbender in a scene. It's you and it's Patsy and oh my God, what's his name? Patsy and Master Epps. Patsy and Master Epps, you know. And Patsy knows Master Epps, and Master Epps knows Patsy. And Patsy knows how to be Patsy. So you go and be Patsy. And that really settled me, because I realized when I walked in there, I didn't have to deal with the personas. I had to deal with who they were representing to me in the roles. And that gave me the focus I needed to do my best work and get out of my way.
I love your friend.
Yeah.
So was there a time on the set where you felt, okay, this is good stuff, I'm in a zone here, or did you not feel that way until you saw it, or even then? When did you start to feel good about what you had done?
Well, the thing about drama school, again, is that it's not about the pat on your back. It's about every take being a chance to go deeper and deeper. So it's not about the praise and the worship. It's just about truth. And so that was what I was focused on. And I knew that it was special from reading the script. Like, I knew that the movie was special. And I have such a connection, an inexplicable connection to Patsy's story that I can't stomach her to this day. Like, I can't take it. I can't watch the clips because there was something really visceral that I understood about her. And it was about just being truthful to that and investigating that and trying to best represent that. So as I was working, every time with every take, I'd also never been in a film. So it was a very steep learning curve. And I was always at work, you know? And I knew that it all was good because Steve was almost smiling. And that was good, you know?
Steve McQueen can smile?
Yes, he
Wow,
can.
okay.
And he did. And I knew, you know, from the feedback he was giving me, and he challenged me, even as I was giving him everything, he was challenging me to give him more. And, you know, that working relationship and the working relationship with Michael, I could tell that we were in exchange. And that's what you want as an actor. You don't want to feel an intimidation in a scene. You don't want to feel like you don't want your ego in the way, because it gets in the way of truth. And when I could feel the absence of my ego, that's when I knew that I was doing okay. And then what it did in the world, I could never have anticipated that. Yeah.
Well, now that you just finished telling me how it's not about the pat on the back, let's talk about Oscar night.
Great segue.
Yeah. What are your memories of that? I mean, we all remember your great speech, the tribute you gave to Patsy from that stage, the incredible blue dress, everything about the whole night that we remember. What do you remember?
I remember dancing to Beyonce's Grown Woman in the morning. And that was my, you know, just let it all loose. My glam squad came into the room really nervous because none of them, I don't know what their history with Oscars had been, but everyone was super nervous. And I was just like, no, we're not going into this day like that. So we had a good dance to Grown Woman. And it was the day after my birthday. So that was like my mantra for the year. I'm a grown woman. And then I remember eating tacos for lunch, which I understand may not have been the best idea, but they felt great. Okay. And then I remember my mom and dad crying when they saw me in my dress. And I remember, I felt like Cinderella, you know? I felt effervescent, you know? I had never envisioned going to the Academy Awards in my lifetime, and here I was going for my very first film. And there was just no losing that day, you know? It wasn't about, I had been winning, and I'd won from the moment I'd gotten that role, you know? That I remember my dad, when I got the role, said, "Oh, you have a job, great." You know, and so there was that reality, you know. It was just like, and then that job had led to all of it. I mean, I was meditating on abundance and making space for it. And then thank you. And I had my brother by my side and my best friend with my parents, and I felt fortified, you know.
And you were in that big selfie with your brother.
Yes, he almost completely blocked me out of that selfie. Yes, and so the whole night, I remember so much. I remember dancing with Pharrell to Happy. I mean, there were so many moments. It was all, it's just so crystal clear, those things. And then I remember my name being called, and I saw a clip of it recently, and I cursed on my way to the stage. I didn't realize I had cursed.
What'd you say?
But I said shit. And then I walked, and all I could remember is that you can't fall because Jennifer Lawrence fell last time.
Right, yeah.
Like, so you can't do it. It's not cute when two people do it, you know? And I remember just, trying to stay on my heels to get on stage and then hoping to be coherent.
You were so composed. It was a beautiful moment. It's fun to rewatch on YouTube, by the way. Okay, so then let's take a look at some films that you've made since then. One very recent and one a few years ago. So let's watch some clips from Little Monsters and Queen of Katwe.